Welcome back.
Howdy.
Are you just, is that,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be the thing. No.
Hey guys.
No, dude. We're back again, like 10 minutes later.
We had
For
a
you
break.
guys, it's a longer time, obviously. We're not gonna do that. That's weird.
That's a lot of work.
Can you imagine if that's how YouTubers worked?
That'd be stressful.
Like, one after the other, just upload it immediately. I feel like there are some game players out there that like will upload it and then.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe everybody's different. I don't know, but
Maybe
we're wearing
nice
the
break.
same clothes. We haven't been wearing them for like a week or whatnot. We still haven't decided how consistent we're gonna be with this, depending on how. There we go. Just in case. Depending on how things roll and such like that. But we promised this episode would talk about paranormal stuff because.
We have a lot of experience with it.
Yeah, it's.
And interest in it.
Yes, we are very, very interested in it. So much that we are trying to, like, go out and actively seek these things out. Which, to some people, be like, yeah, no, thank you. And to other people, it's like, that doesn't exist. That's not real. Like,
Cough, your boyfriend.
yeah.
Coming for you.
Coming for you. You could say that. But, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are like, yeah, no, it's all this.
Very
that's that,"
skeptical.
and, like, very, very skeptical. Like, that's just all made up. That's when you just have a fear response or whatnot. But, I don't know.
We find it really interesting. We really like the topic.
Yeah.
We really want to investigate it and, like, test it out, see what we can find with it.
Yeah, and hear other people's opinions and
Yeah.
see if
We
you
like
can play off
we
of
definitely
anything.
like to hear other people's opinion on it.
By the end of this episode, if you hear something we say and you want to say something,
Yeah.
say it because we'll definitely come back to you
love
about it.
opinions on this stuff. We
Yeah.
will talk to strangers about this.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, have you seen a ghost before? Like, yeah.
We
very
just like
obsessed
hearing
with-
all these different opinions on it.
And that's one of the weird things to me about it is that so many people can have different experiences and opinions with it of like what things are that are out there and still not have solid proof and convincing evidence. Well, some people stuff might be convincing, like heck yeah, that thing just answered me like a coherent sentence, like that sort of thing. And some people like, that's fake. Like, I don't know how
because especially it's really hard nowadays because technology has advanced so much that the like skeptical people are like, it could have easily been photoshopped or like
fake, Photoshop.
It's
like,
really hard to have solid proof for them.
Auto-tune. I don't even know. I auto-tuned.
Auto-tune, I guess.
I
don't know.
auto-tuned a voice of Britney Spears into a dark hallway.
Perfect.
That's not me as a ghost.
I don't know. What do we want to start? What we believe in?
I don't know, because we already established that we believe in. I believe in ghosts, demons, poltergeists, aliens. I don't know if that really fits in it. Anything. I feel like this world's too small for that to not exist.
Do you believe in heaven and hell?
Oh. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't have.
We don't have to get religious about it. We can just
Yeah.
be like, where do you think they come from, or like, what happens to them?
That's really tough. Because I have a very like umbrella view of some things. Like, I don't know if I believe in heaven or hell. I don't know. I can't tell you if I believe in that stuff. But I do believe in demons and evil. I believe in evil. So because there's good out there. So I do believe there's evil. Yeah. So like, that can be something like with demons, that stuff I don't mess with. I will never actively seek that out. Any like viewing of that or being near anything that can be seen as like demonic, I'm just scared. Is it past a minute? Did we swear in the first minute? I'm gonna be cautious.
Or did I even start the timer?
Uh-oh.
I think we are.
Okay.
Let's check the recording.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're 4 minutes in.
Great. We're gonna make sure we don't get that from YouTube.
Monetized.
About being
or demonetized.
Rather, yeah.
Scared shitless.
Yeah, scared shitless of that stuff because I've seen videos, faked or not faked. It's scary. It looks scary.
Whether it's real or not, it's still scary.
Yeah, it's scary. Like anything, like even the people that are kind of like doing stuff to do the like.
Yeah.
To, like,
that are provoking it
like,
and stuff like that.
I feel like I feel like there's a difference between Okay, there is a difference between Satanists and devil worshippers. Mm-hmm. Because Satanists have, like, a philosophy. And
Satanism's
like
an actual religion.
Yeah, it's
that's
like an actual thing.
It's not about, like, worshipping Satan. It was originally supposed to be the opposite of Christianity, where it was, like, you don't have to, like, live your whole life.
10 things.
Yeah, you don't have to live your whole life trying to not sin. Like, people sin. It's a thing.
It happens.
We're not going to send you to hell because of it. It's a human thing. But that's different from...
You could tell where someone clearly stands. But...
I was raised Catholic.
Satanist.
We're not making this a religion thing. Also, I'm not Satanist, so like, don't come for me, please. I don't worship Satan.
But that's the other thing. Devil worshippers are different from Satanists. Mm-hmm. Devil worshippers are crazy people, and if you worship the devil, I'm calling you a little crazy. If you
gonna stay away from you.
Yeah, I don't trust you that much. You could be a great person and all, but like, if you're doing the stuff where you're going to abandoned buildings, drawing weird markings on them, and cutting up an animal, filling a sack with human teeth, and doing like some weird ritual you found in an old book buried somewhere, like, I'm not into that sort of thing. I don't want to be socialized.
I don't want to be a part of it.
I don't want to be around you, because I believe you attract bad juju. So, like, I don't want... No. Somebody could give us a better insight of... If you're like, I'm a Satanist.
If you know stuff, like,
or like,
let us know.
I'm a devil worshipper. I frequently go to the nearest woods and kill children.
Yeah, it'd be... Please don't come for us, but, like, we'd be interested in learning more. Like, we obviously want to learn more about this stuff. Like,
tell us if you kill pigs.
Please stop if you do, because it's, like... not humane, you know?
Don't.
Maybe not.
Don't mess with stuff you don't comprehend.
Yeah.
I feel like no one can fully comprehend it, so don't mess with that, because you shouldn't be messing with stuff you can't comprehend, and I know for a fact nobody out there can fully comprehend all that stuff, no matter how much you read about it, no matter how much you think you know, you don't, really. Yeah. Like, it's not.
I definitely believe in, like, ghosts, spirits, like poltergeists. I definitely believe in demons, and I do believe in evil.
Whack.
I believe that there are bad things out there, like, really bad things that can harm you, and, like, can actually do bad, even if they aren't physical, or, like, stuff like that. Like, I believe that there's evil.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to categorize
based on experience alone.
We have to get out there and learn more and read more. I think reading more would be helpful. Like, I did a project on poltergeist, but I still can't tell you an exact definition of whether or not it's, like, an actual... Like, if it's a poltergeist is just a spirit that can move stuff, or if it's a human spirit that moves stuff, or if it's an animal spirit.
It depends on who you ask, because the categories change constantly. And
there's no solid definition, because it depends on who you ask. So, like, it's hard to kind of categorize anything. Like, whether it's a demon or an evil thing. Like, I don't know, is it the same? Are they different? Is there, like, things in the subcategory?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
also,
so scary.
Not really in this topic, but I want there to be aliens, because I took astronomy, and the universe is too big for there not to be any life.
I can't process people that are like, there's no aliens out there. We're like, the only things here.
You can't, like, humans physically can't comprehend how big the universe is. Like, it's a known fact.
And that's
You may think that you know how big the universe is, but you don't.
You may think you looked at one of those models that has the Earth compared to the Sun, where it's like, that's at least 12.
That's literally maybe...
a fraction.
Like,
a small...
7,000 light years. There's still light years upon light years away.
We see,
and I don't know what's scarier is if there's no life, like, the universe is so big that there is no life but us, or that there is life. I don't know which one is scarier.
Yeah, that is kind of...
But I find it really, really hard to believe that there isn't life out there.
Even if it's not intelligent, there's others. Like, they found, like, bacteria on Mars or something like that.
That's life.
That's life, and that has definitely started somewhere else. Like, that can't be the only thing that, like, wow,
we cannot be
like,
that.
We're not that
special.
We're not
We're not special.
Snowflakes.
We're not
okay?
snowflakes.
Like, I can't. Like, when people make that argument, like, they're so big. How could you not believe something else is out there? Like, Yeah, the same thing with ghosts. Like, I'm like, there's no way humans are the only thing here.
Yeah.
Like, we're the only intelligent thing. Like, I don't know. People, like, have different arguments. Whether you talk to people that are more like, I can see dead people, or if you think about the people that are, like, scientifically trying to prove this electric, like, magnetic field was disturbed at this point here. Like, maybe there's, like, different dimensions. Like, there's so many different theories out there we could.
That could be true. Like, they're all like,
up
they
in
all
the
could
air.
be true.
Like, we don't know. Like, it's, like, one of my favorites is, like, that we exist on multiple planes of existence. I don't know. We exist on multiple planes of existence. So, like, a house here is different from a house here.
Dimensions.
Yeah. So, like, if somebody's died in this house and we live and they are in a different dimension, they can pass through things on our dimension that aren't there on our dimension. Like, if you're walking upstairs and you don't have stairs in your house, maybe the house in a different dimension has stairs. Like,
that's really cool. That is really cool. I really like hearing theories like that.
Something like that. And
Let us know if you have any theories, because we really like hearing
if you've come up with your own, like, you're like, this is
even
what
if
I
they sound like a crackhead who's just shot up, we want to hear it.
Yeah, please. I love filling my head with these sort of things
because
I
we
tell
just like
other
to
people,
think about
like, that's
it.
one theory I heard from, like, a sibling or something like that. Like, that's what she believes. Like, I have, like, my siblings are not religious, but they still believe in this sort of stuff because of experienced it, and that makes it harder to explain.
It's just based on pure experience.
So, like, yeah.
Like, even, I want to hear all the theories, because it could be as stupid as my dad's theory that Hitler's still alive. Yeah.
Hey.
I'll hear you out. Maybe I won't believe you, but I'll hear you out.
I mean, yeah, it's a theory. Conspiracy theories are fun these days.
We love
just
those.
Like, anything is. Yeah. It's fun to, like, think about. I like thinking. I like thinking and talking and discussing and
about something that you're interested in.
Yeah. Just nonsense. It couldn't mean anything to me in my day-to-day life, but I like talking about it. Like,
it's a fun pastime.
To do what I do for a career, but like, could be.
The
Finger
future?
guns.
But anyway, let's get back to, like, ghosts and stuff.
Ghosty
do we want to talk about experience?
Like, stories, or like...
Yeah, we can do stories.
Yeah, we kind of talked a little bit about theories and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like
we could do second-hand experiences and, like, first-hand experiences, stuff like that.
I'm gonna get called a wacko, though.
We're both gonna get called wackos. Don't come for us, okay?
Don't come for me. I'm a sensitive baby child, okay? I'll cry.
It's a topic that we really
I like how last episode we were like, I'm gonna fight you if you come for me in the comments. I'll roast your mom. Like, and I'm like, no, like, please.
It's a really...
Please don't tease me.
It's a topic that we really like, and if you don't like it...
Passionate. Fire.
Then don't just leave. Why are you watching this if you don't like it? Like, just leave. It's fine.
It's fine. We won't be affected.
Just don't leave mean comments. Don't come for us, okay? Because it hurts.
You say that so often now. Don't come for us.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But they're like, God, these Gen Zers. They're damn references. But I don't know.
We can switch off stories.
We can switch off telling stories.
Because we have stories. I have stories from her house. I have stories from my house. I have stories from where I used to work.
I don't know. I've been to a lot of, I don't know, just as, we grew up in a very old area. We're neighbors. I don't know if we haven't mentioned that, but
we're neighbors.
We're
and
neighbors
best friends.
And, like,
we've known each other since approximately birth.
Yeah, approximately. Because we've lived in the same area for a long time. It's old here.
There's not a lot of kids our age around here, so it was like you find who you're closest to age to and you cling on to them.
It's definitely, we don't have sidewalks.
Yeah, we don't have sidewalks.
So we're not that kind of community. The person that lived next door had a meth lab, and I'm not lying to you. He had people staying in tents in his backyard. I'm not lying. That's a whole other thing on My Neighbors. It's going to be called My Neighbors, the podcast, because I could go on for 8,000 years about the crackheads that live
I could go on for a really long time about my neighbors.
We don't live in a great place.
Our neighbors
we
are
found each
crazy.
other, but, like, that sort of thing. So you can... thank you. So that's just where we grew up, and the houses here are very old.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
it used to be a campground. It was
you
essentially summer homes. It
you
was.
Like, we're not. I know we may be sitting in a camper currently, but we have, like, real houses.
There's a house
our
outside.
Foundation,
like the actual house foundation.
But
ground.
if you were to, like, take the aerial map of our neighborhood, zoom out, it'd be like, oh yeah, there's KO. What is that? KOA. God, all my KOA. I think it is KOA. Like, there's the Camp KOA. There's the Yogi Bear camp. Like, our like streets. Like, you know how like normal neighborhoods are like set up like street, or like street. Like, we're like looping, like walking. Like, it's not wide. They're wide
like,
streets.
Yeah, it's like paved over. Like gravel.
Like, they just kind of threw it down.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, people are driving on this now. Like, we should put something in.
When our neighbor was first when our neighbor was first paved. when our neighborhood was first getting built, it was a really long time ago, and like supposedly like Al Capone had a summer house up here. It was like a camp. It was literally a campground. It was summer homes. It was just there. There's a lake.
When we're neighbors, she lives across the little channel boy that's in our backyard. Yeah. So it's the same thing, but I just don't have that fence that most normal kids have.
We're close enough to literally just talk across to each other. Not that we do that, because that's weird.
I don't know, man. I say, hey guys, how's it going? You guys playing over there?
There was one time where she actually called me because my dog was in my backyard, and she was like...
Oh yeah, she was just hanging out.
Yeah, she was hanging out, and I was like, really?
Your dog shouldn't be out.
My dog's psycho.
Also, when I go fishing and I get it caught on the other side, sometimes I'll wake her up.
I've done that before. I've had to come get, like, hooks off of, like, my neighbor's docks and stuff.
Yeah, it's not big. It's gross back there.
It's not really,
old.
It's
not deep.
But essentially, it was a campground and turned into, like, a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Which is
they, like,
really
built
hard and, like, really weird. Because the roads don't make any sense unless you've lived here your entire life.
Yeah, you won't be able to, like, even Google Maps gets, like, scared sometimes. Like, it's like, turn left.
And there's, like, no, it's just a gravel road.
It's not like turn left or turn left, right? It's forks. It's forks in the road.
It's like stay right, or, like, go around this loop, or, like...
it's not normal. We're in our neighborhood. We were talking about ghosts.
Yeah, it was a campground. It's a really old campground.
Okay, it's old around here, so... That being said, we got creepy woods down that direction that we'd like to mess with. We had, like...
We used to when we were really
young. We got,
young,
like, ghost stories, like, when we were little. We've had experience with this stuff, like, our stupid neighbors would, like, play Bloody Mary, like, that whole stuff.
Yeah.
Like, creepy stuff like that. My house is old. Her house is old. One of my theories is that things can pass through. Like, on different television shows, I'll quote... some television shows, even though you might call them bullshit. The Dead Files with Amy Allen. She describes how things can pass through. Like, oh, he doesn't stay. He can go from here to here.
Yeah.
Like, that sort of thing. I believe that. Definitely. Because my mom has said, our house isn't haunted. We just have spirits pass by once in a while. Like, that sort of thing. They're just passing through. I believe that. Yeah. Because sometimes things will happen in my house, like, that's never happened before.
And then it just never happens
again. It never happens again. Like, good to see you, random boy. Like, good to have you here. But, like, random stuff would happen. I don't know, this is getting, like... My house, I guess we'll focus on first, because I've had a lot of stuff, like,
or we could go with mine, because it's easier and there's not a lot of experiences.
There's a lot of, like, similarities between stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's odd. I guess we
can connect a lot of things.
Yeah,
to, like,
and it's just
things
weird,
that we already know.
Like, to experience things. And one thing I will say before we start talking about our little stories, it's crazy. You may think we're crazy, like, oh, these guys are crazy. Like,
they're on crack.
They're seeing things, and they're seeing things move. Like, I've seen this stuff my whole life, and if you are, like, more like, if you've seen stuff like we have, you understand, and you're like, oh, yeah. And if you're not, you're like,
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I have people that I talk to
You just have to trust us, even though this is the second episode
and
of our
we're on
podcast.
the internet. Like,
yeah. We're not on crack, I swear. We've never, we've never done hard drugs. We've never done drugs. No, I'm kidding. We've never done drugs.
I'm watching this.
We've never done drugs.
I was like, don't tell them we've done cocaine. No.
No,
but,
we're good Christian kids.
You took me off on drug tangent now. But
we've experienced it our whole lives.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When people don't experience stuff, like, it's happened to me my entire life, so when people don't experience these things, it blows my mind. I'm like, how haven't you had something thrown at you from midair?
Yeah.
Like, levitate, then thrown at you. Like, how haven't you had that? Or had that deathly fear you feel?
Yeah.
Like,
you feel.
You feel it. If you've had weird things happening, you know the feeling. It's a pit in your stomach, you can't move, you're like, oh, it's sleep paralysis. Yeah, but 30 seconds later, I was able to build up the courage to, like, Usain Bolt myself out of that room. So, like, we'll get to that story, but, like, I wasn't asleep. Like, It's weird.
We can talk about my house first.
Yeah, let's go for there.
So, I don't know about the whole history. I used to live down the road. Like, I didn't originally, my family didn't originally, like, live in the house that we are in now. We used to live down the road on the corner. And then when they had me, because they had my 2 siblings, and it was a 2-bedroom house, so it was obviously not enough room for 5 people and, like, 3 dogs. So we moved to an older house, a bigger house when I was born. And the owner of it before us was an old man, and his daughter lived with him, and he had dementia and, like, memory problems. He was very old. He was pretty much on his deathbed. And essentially his daughter had to lock him in his room so that he wouldn't wander off and, like, get hit by a car or something like that, because that's what he did. He would just get confused and then be like, where am I? And, like, yeah.
You're old, they get that kind of thing. You just gotta do that.
And essentially he lost his mind a little. I mean, obviously, he just kind of, like went a little crazy.
Gone. He was alive, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't all there. And he died in the house. And so his daughter sold the house to my family and I. And this is a story that my sister had told me because I was like 2 maybe, but she was
not old enough to remember.
Yeah, I was not even home. There. I think me and my brother were at like daycare or something, and my mom was at work, and my dad was going fishing, and my sister was home alone with our 1 dog, Whoopi. And we used to have like these little walkie-talkies that my dad would take one, and if like there was just 1 kid at the house, he would, obviously, so it was because phones didn't really exist.
Also, he was going fishing on the lake that we live on.
That has
so, like,
no internet connection.
It's still,
or
like in distance.
Yeah, it's in distance to where if she was in trouble, he could motor home.
Yeah, like.
But she was downstairs in our basement, and our dog was laying next to her, and she heard. We used to have a sliding glass door in the back.
Yawning.
And she heard it open and close, and then 3 heavy steps in from our back door. Because my family doesn't really use the front door. We're weird like that. Like,
what's everybody around? I don't use my front door. I use the garage door, really.
Like, it's just because my garage isn't connected to my house, and it's just the easiest way. But she heard someone take 3 steps in, and she was like, and the dog heard it too, obviously, because she perked up and she heard it. She was like, weird. And so she was like, Dad, like calling for my dad, and no one answered. So she went upstairs and no one was there. She was like, that was weird. And she was like, whatever. So she went back downstairs, and the dog was with her again. It was a little later, and she heard, what was it? It was like, you know when you knock a bowl off something and it lands like upside down, it does that little like spinny thing and then it stops? She heard that, and she was like, and the dog did too. So she went upstairs, no bowls, nothing like on the ground. She was like, whack. So she goes downstairs again, and the dog's with her, and then she hears like, we have this really old dining set that my mom got from her grandma, so it's really old. And they're heavy chairs, they're heavy like actual wood chairs, and like,
they're, like,
and she heard them like scraping and stuff.
Like, you know when you just pull a chair out?
Yeah.
Like,
sort of noise. And the dog heard it too, and she goes upstairs, and they're all pulled out
from the table.
Yeah, like, onto like the farthest you can get, like to the walls.
I would
stuff.
shit my pants.
Yeah. And so my sister was like, hell no.
You're like.
So she goes and walks. She's like, Dad, someone's in the house.
Yeah.
And my dad motors home and stuff, and he's checking. No one's home. Like, no one.
And that was like 3
The door was locked.
Like,
yeah.
You can hear that stuff. And
the dog heard it.
Yeah,
like,
you have another animal to validate that, because they
yeah.
Like, you're kind of crazy. Like, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and then, and I've like, when I was younger, I used to hear like an old man, like, heavy breathing. coming to, like, he was, like, in my room, and it was really weird, but, like, it was, like, he was, like, struggling to move, and I was, like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
like
that was, like, yeah,
stuff,
that was kind of, yeah, but there was
sad.
also something else in my house, and they like to, there's a theory out there that, like, dark energy is attracted to, like, emotion, like, really...
Yeah, I think I've kind of built this... Well, I
like,
didn't
depression,
build it, but,
like, stuff like that. Like, they feed off of that.
I have a longer story with
Yeah.
that, and, like, even if you watch any of these shows, depending on what you watch, like, they feed off of it.
Yeah.
They can grow, depending on what they're trying to get out of you.
And so my sister thought that was either the old guy or... Because she went through a really big emo phase.
So
she was,
emo, it was depression.
It was depression. She had depression, she had, like, other things wrong with her, so she thought it was that for a while, but when I got older, when I became a teenager and I was, like, 15, I was angsty as hell. Turns out I have depression, too. And, anxiety issues and, like, OCD and stuff like that. Fun fact. But there used to be this thing... And it was, like, in the shape of a person, but it was all black. And I would see it in the corner of my eye all the time. Like, it would be down the hallway when I would, like, pass it.
Oh, God, do you see? I get this reaction, like, I don't know what, maybe they want to tell me what I am because, like...
You're like an empath, but it's not, like...
That's what I've heard of, because, like, I really feed off of other people's emotions. Like, I don't just cry because I'm watching a sad puppy movie, like... I really, like...
Yeah.
Like, get...
She feels...
I feel it really hard. Like,
yeah.
I work, like, retail, and I experience different people every single day. My mood will change depending on what you're feeding onto me.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. And I don't really know if that's half the definition of it, but, like, I can feel stuff in, like,
and
rooms.
She sees things, too.
I do see a little stuff. Like, I'm a little more highly sensitive is what I want to call, like, there's a spectrum of, like, whether you're psychic or a medium or, like, just stuff a seer, like, stuff like that. There's people that can just draw things that they think are here with them or they feel them. Like, there's couples that can, like, describe to each other what they're seeing and then they can set it up perfectly. Like, stuff like that. Like, or, like, I don't know who is the couple that Ghost Adventures has. I believe it's a guy who can see stuff and then the woman just draws it out. Well, like, what she sees and she draws it out and they don't talk to each other, and they match it up, and it's accurate.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, levels of that, but... What's that? Bang!
I don't know.
There's levels of that, and I'm probably at the lowest level, where I'm just highly sensitive to stuff. So, like, I can come in a room and be like, everyone in here is really, really angry right now, and I'll just, like, I can either start to get really, like, angry, or I can just feel it. Like, I know really it's anger. I know it's anger.
Yeah, or, like, contentment or something like that.
Like, that sort of thing. Like, I can feel, like, usually if you walk into a room, you're like, oh, it's kind of high-stressed in here right now. What's going on, guys? So I'll feel it, like, in a different way.
Yeah.
So, like, stuff like that. And it's hard to explain. I don't know. You're probably going to call me crazy, but, like, when you hear people try and explain what they can see, the other people can't, it's really difficult. Because, like... They can't see it. They only have what you described. And it's not always, like... I've watched Zach from, like, Ghost Adventures do stuff. Like, yeah, whatever... whatever you want to think of that show, I think it's real. They hype stuff up too much.
You
hype
gotta get past,
up.
Like, 7 seasons before they actually start doing
real stuff and they get real technology to do stuff. Yeah, because I think they had some sort of producer that switched or something like that, and now they're taking it a little more seriously, but they still want the views and stuff, so they still hype it up, they still get really energetic because it's something they're passionate about. I'm talking really fast. But, like, that sort of thing, where I remember we were watching something about Kay's Hollow in Kentucky or something like that, and he was just talking about how he's like, on the what you, if you know, it was like giant stone cross that was blown up, and Satanists go there, all the thing. Devil worshippers first, not Satanists, I'm sorry. It's like, go there to do their practices, and he was like standing on it, and he's like describing this thing that's like contorted walking down. Like, he can, like, not see it, he can see it though. Like, I understand, like, he can see it in his head standing there and doing these things, like, walking contorted almost like this, like, down the path, like, that's how he was describing it, but, like, obviously nobody around him could see it, but, like, that's what he's saying. And mediums and stuff, they'll be like, oh, there's a man here, and he's doing this, like, I'm getting this word, like, this is what's coming to me, like, that sort of thing. I get that smally, like, very minuscule, so I can tell, oh, somebody's looking at me right now. He's he's kind of tall, he's looking at me from the corner, like that sort of thing. I can get feelings of being watched and where they're coming from. Or like, I went to a hotel and it was a lot of weird energy on the floor. I was like, very quick movement on it was kind of like playful, kids. Mischievous. Might have been kids. I didn't put that 2 and 2 together, but it was something that, I don't know if it was human, but...
Teamwork.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't click 2 and 2 together, but we were at an old hotel, and I was like, man, this floor's really moving. And I went to a stairwell, and it was something low. He wasn't nice. He wasn't evil, I don't think. But he wasn't nice, but he was, like, really low to the ground. He was, like, I don't know how to describe it better than that, because that's just what I feel. I can feel it, I can't really... Sometimes I can visualize it there, otherwise I get words in my head that pop up and I can...
I think I definitely see things more than anything else, but...
It's just
I see a lot of things, and it's not good.
Like...
because it scares me sometimes.
Oh yeah, you can get scared. But
like, yeah,
things, one of those theories.
I went through a really rough patch, and especially like sophomore year, I think. I was in a dark place. And that was when it was most active. Like, I saw it almost constantly, like, every day. And, like, when I would leave for school, I would see it, like, just standing in the corner when I was closing the door. And I was like, deuces. But, like, and then I started... This is probably when we get to know each other a lot more. But I went to therapy for a while. I stopped doing that because it didn't really help. And then I got on a medication. And it's really helped, obviously. I'm a lot happier and a lot more, like... We're Gen Z kids. We're open about mental health, not like you people that like to close it away and pretend it doesn't exist, okay? We're all human here. We want to make each other better, so... I am a lot more... I have a lot more energy. I really want to, like, actually go outside now. I want to get out of bed most of the time. Like, I don't have those lows anymore as much as I used to. And I don't see it anymore. Like, it's not in my house at all. I don't feel it. Like, I used to feel it watching me sometimes. But I don't, like, it's gone. Yeah.
I don't know. So, PSA, if you need help, seek it. It really...
Yeah, it really helps. And
better.
If you have any questions, I can help. I don't know everything, but I've been through quite a bit.
Talk it out. Maybe this will help.
Yeah.
Talking, I've always believed, just help, because you're like, oh, man, I feel the same thing somebody else has, so...
But if you're like me, I don't... Words are really hard for me.
Oh, yeah.
I can't put what's up here into words as easily as everyone else, and so I had...
with writing it out.
Yeah, I had talk therapy for a really long time, and then I was like, I'm lying to this woman. It's not helping me at all. I'm getting frustrated constantly, and I was like, I need a different option. And I'm not saying if you have depression to just go straight to medication, because there are, like, ways, like...
Everybody's
therapy?
Different. For some people, literally, the only thing they need is somebody to talk to.
Talk therapy?
Like,
helps a lot for a lot of people, but I'm not. It frustrates me. It makes me really stressed. It depends whether you're on that
chemical level, if you're producing that naturally, or if you're making it yourself sometimes.
Yeah, because I went.
So you gotta learn to
I went deep into depression to the point where it was like chemical for me at that point. Like, I feel like people feel depressed and they can get like. Talking helps because it's not to the point where like your brain is lacking that stuff. But I got to the point where I was not making them happy hormones, so I said
serotonin, we don't know her.
We don't know her. Anyway, back to the paranormal stuff. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll try and comment and like tell you what I think you should do.
Refer you to somebody else. We'll give you we're getting way off topic, but there's like online stuff now. You don't have to leave your house to get help.
No.
Do it.
So let me know.
Like transitioning
I can
back
try
into
and help
that.
as much as I can.
Yeah, transitioning back into that, like that's what can kind of cause that stuff. Like we don't know where it fully comes from, but maybe paranormal stuff can definitely make it worse. Because we had a similar situation in my house, and I didn't really see it because it wasn't really me. But like,
was it your sister and her?
Yeah.
Every time you talk about it, I get like really creeped out.
Really creeped out because I don't know this fella. I haven't seen him.
I don't know this fella.
And I don't want to see him.
Because I think it's something that she created.
Yes. So something like that. But I know when I like moved into her room that she lived in, it was.
I definitely think that people can manifest things.
Yeah, because they can bring demons into this world, so why can't you create some sort of energy?
I think that if
I
you
don't know
have
how
enough
to explain without
energy
being,
like that,
with
and enough like dark stuff in you, you can probably manifest something. Because
this kind of moving. I guess we can move on from yours a little bit.
Because that's pretty much it.
I have
like,
something.
Also, I feel like the reason that I've never, like, very recently in the past, like, 2 years that I haven't had anything really paranormal happen to me is because my family and I have basically changed our whole entire house. There's nothing really of the old house. Like, we've renovated everything.
I feel like that everything. Can help too. Like, it's not...
There's nothing
there's
nothing from the old home that's in our new home. Like, there's nothing. It's not even the same floorboards or walls.
My house, on the other hand, is very, very old still. Like, we didn't get new doors from what was your...
My parents are bougie.
To, like...
and old.
Really, the same window frame that's always been there. It's always been there. Like, that's in my room.
That's the original window frame.
Like, yeah, we've gotten, like, rid of the carpet and stuff like that.
We don't even have the same ceilings.
Gone, deleted, denied, Control, Alt, Delete. But, like, no, we got a lot of the original stuff still, and the layout is still very similar. Like, there's a room downstairs, but, like, that we put in, but it's just sectioned off from everything else. But, like,
but there's a lot of old things and original things that are still in your house.
Yes, a lot. More than you would think, because until very, very recently did we, like, really get rid of the nitty-gritty stuff. Like, we have a lot of the original stuff, because we basically, my parents, like, halfway built this house up. I had pictures of what it used to look like. We didn't have a driveway or, like, a garage door.
Did you know that, like, that the wall that, like, is now my sister's room, that, like, sections off the... that wasn't there.
Yeah, that's the same way it was in our basement.
We put in walls, we took down walls. It's not the same house. It is not the same layout at all.
Gone. Yeah.
My parents said...
Mine's very, very, very similar. This room layout's still the same. Upstairs, that's still exactly the same. But, like, so that's where that kind of transverse plane, maybe, where, like, I have a very, very similar story to hers of where...
something was manifested.
Oh, yeah, there's that, too. I was thinking of the chairs and walking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, when we were little, my dad worked a lot. My mom went to school to be... She had nursing stuff, and she was also in the hospital because she had an illness that kept her there for some time. So at some point, my sister is 10 and 7 years older than me. I have 2 older sisters, so they just stayed home with us because they were old enough to watch us at that point.
That's what my sister did. She's 8 years older than me.
So
she took
they'd
care
stay
of
with us, but we'd stay in the basement because we had a pull-out couch that we'd all fit on. And we'd be just fine and dandy, and just sometimes we'd be home alone for a little while. Not overnight.
That's kind of what all the kids in our neighborhood had. Our parents worked, and our older siblings watched over.
We had a nice pull-out couch.
Yeah.
But
like, if you didn't have an older sibling, like your siblings or my sister would, like, take in some of the neighborhood kids and be like, I'll protect you.
I'll watch you.
Yeah, it used to be a very, very knitted community
of weirdos.
Yes,
we would pin weirdos against other weirdos. We had some really nice neighbors over there.
Yeah.
Over that direction.
But now it's just, like, really old people and, like...
moved away or died.
People moved, died, new people came in.
Got arrested. But...
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but very similar to her story. That's kind of why I could think of maybe something that moves, like, house to house, is that when we'd stay in the basement, my sisters used to think we were getting robbed 24/7 because same process every time. We have my sliding glass door that leads onto the deck. Sliding glass door would open, close. Footsteps from my parents' bedroom down to the hallway, down through the living room, and then into the kitchen, where then we would hear the chairs moving back and forth, like, you know the sound of a chair being
pulled
dragged
out.
back and then back in, and that process repeated. Depending on how many times, it's like, it's only when we're, like, all of us are in the basement. There's no dogs upstairs. At that time, we only had 1 dog, maybe even 2, but, like, it'd be everybody downstairs, nobody's up there. They wouldn't really mess with the dogs. Like, I have more stories. I've had dogs all my life, and there's been stories of them reacting, but it depends on what it is.
My recent dog she's reacted to a lot. Like, she's reacted to, like, it seems like someone pushed on her, like, butt multiple times. Like, she's been, like, shoved a little.
Yeah.
And she, like, skirts away and, like, reacts.
Animals are a whole different
Or she just, like, stands there and stares
like,
at nothing. like, not even corners or anything, just, like, a wall or, like, a seat or something like that, and it's really scary.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
good thing my dog doesn't, like, bark or growl, because I would actually shit my pants
I've
most of the
shit
time.
my pants when that has happened. I can attest, it is fucking scary. That's really, like, when animals react, she's like, I'm not the only one freaking out here. You're freaking out and you're an animal.
I'm not the only one that sees that.
Like, yeah. Like, stuff like that. But, anyways, that process is something, it's key in my house. I've had people come over to my house, stand in my basement, nobody upstairs.
I can
attest. And they've heard it.
Many times.
Yeah, like, if nobody's upstairs, this will go on. My mom doesn't even realize this happens sometimes because she's always upstairs. And it won't happen when somebody's up there. But, like, we'll be watching, like, a family movie in the basement or something, and she's like, she'll pause the movie, she's like, did you hear that? And you'll hear walking in the hallway. And we're like, yeah, Mom, this has been happening for, like, the whole time we've lived here. Where have you been? It's
like
just
20 years.
It does that when we're not up there. So, like, that's just one thing. And growing up with it is a little bit, this is where we can get into my creepy childhood stories of, like, I was the creepy kid, like, they're coming, like, that whole thing. I was the
Do
creepy little
secondhand
girl.
Stories first, like, from your siblings
From
and stuff.
siblings? Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like that's just, like, easier.
It's easier to explain. Okay. There's lots of childhood stories. Because
you have a lot of experiences.
Oh, yeah. Like, sibling stuff? Oh, my sister's the same way as I don't think she's, I don't know. She sees stuff, she feels stuff.
She's very sensitive to stuff.
Yeah, very sensitive, just as I am. She's visited haunted places and felt things that they don't advertise as being haunted, but she Googles later and finds out
there's dead people.
Yeah, there's dead people in the front lawn, like that sort of thing. So,
Indian burial ground.
Yeah, like, I was just gonna say, she used to sleep in the basement downstairs bedroom. It used to be, like, the old guest room, like, it's supposed to be a guest room, but then we had two kids.
Which is weird because it's in the basement, but, like, ew.
We don't have a lot of room.
Summer houses, am I right?
Summer houses. But...
Am I right, ladies?
Am I right, ladies? We don't have a lot of room, so that's where they slept.
Yeah.
And they shared, my older sister shared their room at one point, but then the other one left. So, she used to sleep down there, and she used to see orbs are one thing. I haven't experienced a lot of orbs, but apparently she has a little balls of light, and there was one big ball, and then one little balls. They were going, like a couple little balls, and they were going around in a circle, and she was just watching it happen. She was like, what the hee-haw? Are we on an Indian burial ground or something?
That's weird, because, like, you normally don't see orbs unless you're, like, filming or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
but
you
she
don't
saw
really
with
see
her
it
eyes.
with, like,
She told me this.
That's scary.
That is. It freaked me out, man.
I have never seen an orb not on camera.
Oh, I
would shit myself.
There's some on camera. When my great-grandma passed away, they always take the same photo for, like, Christmas stuff for the album. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm coming. Coming out. They'd have, like, stand in the same position. When she passed away, they left her spot empty because they wouldn't fill it with any, like, it's the same people in the same positions. That's what they do. And they'd see little, like, a ball of light in the, like, pictures whenever she's still there. That's what I believe. So, like,
I mean, her energy.
Like, so she's just hanging out. She just came down to take a picture.
She's hanging out.
She just came down to take a picture with everybody like she did every other year. So, like, that sort of thing. No, I don't really know. I should look at those old photos that we have of the house before we did it. I haven't really noticed anything, but, like, that's a weird ball of light. Yeah. But, like, that sort of thing. I haven't seen any orbs with my own eyes. I spill a little bit. She has, though. I wonder if there's...
That's very scary.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything like that. My dreams I have. Dreams are another whole other topic.
I can also explain some experiences that I've had at her house later when we get into your experiences.
Oh god, I don't even know what to... There's, like, so many,
even
like...
today.
Like, filling through. Oh, yeah, even today you have...
I, like, had an experience and I was like... Or not.
That one gets me chills. I just got chills. I get chills a lot.
I'm sorry.
Because, I don't know, because
I wasn't even going to tell her because I knew that she hates when I say it.
Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff like that recently. Because, okay, do you just want to tell them what we're literally talking about?
Okay, so in her basement, it's whack.
We have that back room.
That's
a little
back room.
You go down the stairs and you can turn directly back to the stairs and it goes back to my little room.
It's like a laundry
tunnel.
It's
like
what my family calls it is a utility room.
It's a room.
Because it's got, like, a washing machine, it's got, like, stuff like that. But then on the other side is, like, where her sister used to stay. It was, like, it's, like, an actual bedroom. Yeah. And then across from that is, like, their crafting room, which is also
which is under the stairs, Harry Potter style. So,
Harry Potter style.
Like, much smaller, but, like, under the stairs.
It's the hallway is just, in general, everything over there is very, like, it's a weird vibe. You just, like, don't want to go over there. Like, it's just, you feel like something's over there. You feel like you just, like,
if you stand in the doorways
like,
there, you feel like somebody's watching you from all angles. It's not cute.
You, like...
It ain't cute, Chief.
It's just a yucky feeling.
It's not good.
And so, I've seen a couple of things, down in the hallway, but today we were hanging out, and we were in the basement, and I stood up, and I was kind of, like, turned sideways, and so the bedroom, or, like, the room, the hallway's down there, and I just see someone walk from the bedroom into the laundry room, and I was just like...
Yeah, I watched you, like...
I know.
And I was like, oh, no.
Because I did it really casually. I was just like... But she knows that I hate looking, like, even looking down there.
Because I do it subconsciously because I know something's back there, so I keep, like, I know something's back there, so I'll just keep looking.
But I stood up to do something. It wasn't like,
I will look right back at you, okay?
Yeah, but I, like, looked over there, and I was like...
I'm sitting on the chair, because she was sitting on the recliner, which, it's like...
It's directly,
if you're, like,
I don't know why I played that dirty
I don't know
game.
why you played that game. I don't like sitting in that chair, but if you sit in that chair, the hallway is directly behind you.
I wasn't thinking about it.
So she got up and turned around and was like, no, Chief.
But, like, I looked, and then I was like...
And I saw her, and I was like, don't do this to me.
I was like, I'm just gonna ignore that. Because
I think the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I usually just ignore
Well, I think
stuff,
I was looking to see what... her dog was barking at something in the backyard, so I think I was going to see what she was barking at.
Yeah.
It was a squirrel.
Nothing paranormal there, folks. Yeah. Just rodents.
But later I told her, I was like, yeah, I saw someone walk from your sister's bedroom into the... It was like a big... God, but it was like that thing that used to be in my house. It was like all black, but in a, like, person's form. I was scared.
I think shadow people is one thing we can use for that. I don't know. That's a whole other, like, theory, though.
Yeah.
People throw that term around. I throw that. Okay, people don't throw that. I throw that term around a lot. Okay, because there's apparently a whole thing. It's just like a black mass and shape of a person. I don't know if that's a shadow person. Somebody explain to me.
I didn't like it.
But like
to say
moving
the least.
and like I haven't seen a lot of that in my house.
I think I see things more than
like,
you do. I think you feel things.
Oh, I feel
things, but I see things
seen
constantly.
Physical objects move, like real things move.
Well, yeah, but like I see things like just that aren't there.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe I'm losing my mind.
Not in my own house. Knock on wood.
Maybe it's the medication.
But I see stuff, not like. Even not like at my own store that I work at. Like
the store, the old place that I used to work at. I'm not gonna mention what it is. There's a ghost there.
You're like,
and I was like, it's
no doubt about it. But like I see like, I don't know. Like I can see like actions.
Well, yeah, 'cause like
I feel like that's a good thing. Yeah. I can see actions. Things.
Even recently, I remember I came over to your house, I think it was like last week or something, and I put my water bottle down on like the little like ottoman thing, and it just like, it was in the middle of the fucking ottoman.
Yeah, and that thing
I went to go to the bathroom to like wash my hands, because I think I was playing with your dog, and your dog likes to literally bite my hand off.
Yeah.
And she was like, whoa, and I was like, what? And she was like, your water bottle just flew off.
Yeah, like I was standing too, like nobody bumped into it. I was like...
You were at the TV.
Like, yeah, I was kind of standing in a different area. So, like, I watched it happen, and I was like...
It was like...
I just kind of saw it, like, go.
It was, like, sitting here, and it was just, like, flew off.
Like, I was like, I don't know how to explain that happening. I don't know.
I was a little annoyed because I was, like... It was my old water bottle, and it was really janky, and the like little straw wouldn't stay down, and it was like, if you got dog hair on my straw, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, like I have another secondhand story that's like that. I didn't see, but my sister and her I'll say a friend were downstairs, and he was kind of like mocking what was down there. Like, I don't know who thinks that's a good idea. Like, they're just kind of saying like, yeah, I don't know, like. Yeah. Like, I don't believe in this kind of stuff.
Skeptical.
I don't believe in that. She went to go, like, very big skeptic. Didn't believe it at all. And she went to go get up to go to the bathroom, and we have this little, like, TV dinner tray.
Yeah, it's like the fold-out
like
TV trays.
Like
tables.
one of those, or one of the ones
that's,
like, stand out so you can do, like, lap work on your, like, table. We use one as a table, and there's a cup of water, and the cup of water lifted up and tossed onto him. And it was set back down, and from that moment on, he was like, yep, I believe in ghosts.
Yep, I gotta go.
Yeah, like, nope, no thank you, no, like, was freaked out from that point on. Because, like, that's just,
yeah.
I don't know.
I can attest
I don't know what that
to,
is.
like, the footsteps. Even our friend Luke was, like, downstairs, and he didn't believe us when we said that, like...
Yeah, because he's never had any kind of experience like that.
Because he's an only child, and he's in a nice, new house.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't believe you guys, and we were downstairs, and we were just
about
watching...
to leave. Like, we were
about
to leave,
actually,
the rest of my family's outside doing yard work.
Yeah. And... we're about to leave out the back door, and he just goes, wait, what was that? And we were like, what? And then we heard it again.
Yeah, we heard the
and it was literally just footsteps. And he was like, oh my god. And we were like...
out. I'm like, this is my life. But he was like, those were distinct boot-heavy steps. Yeah. And I was like, he described it so, like, he was so freaked out. He was like, that was so distinct.
Annika and I just looked at each other, we were like...
yeah, it happens. Like, that's...
we're like, alright, let's get this show on the road.
Like, we gotta leave.
We gotta go.
Glad you heard it, though. Like,
yeah.
Because I've also had other friends that were like, I don't believe it. And then they come in the house and they're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's the thing I've described to you 8,000 times. Like, it's walking in the hallway. They like to pace.
They're stressed.
They're stressed.
Can relate.
Can relate. I pace a lot.
Me just like...
maybe it's my residual energy of pacing up the hallway.
Just going...
yeah. But, yeah. I don't know, with the...
I mean, there's another experience that I had at your...
I don't like talking about my house. It scares me.
It was the one where I was sleeping over.
Oh, you can tell that one.
I get scared every time I think about this. We were in her
basement.
basement.
You out so bad.
I know. Because it was really creepy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it.
I was there, but...
she was not there. So she has like an L-shaped couch, and that's where we normally sleep when I sleep over. So we sleep head to head in the corner, obviously. And we pulled the ottoman to like basically the corner of the sofa, and we had like her laptop on it, and we were watching Jenna and Julian, I think.
Yeah, always.
And I normally don't fall asleep before her. But that night it did. I was really tired, probably because I think I woke up.
Conked out.
I think I, like, stayed up the night before until, like,
you did
5 in the morning.
I usually fall asleep fairly quickly, but you usually stay up on your phone for a little bit.
I was gone.
Yeah, and I was, like, I fiddled around for a little while, but then I eventually fell asleep, and I think I remember sleep. I only remember waking up in the morning to put a new episode on. I don't really remember. Maybe once.
You told me that you checked if I was asleep, but you went over the pillows like a normal person.
Oh, yeah. I think I literally...
yeah, you just kind of, like, sat up
all I did
over.
was, like, try and see what time it was, see if you were asleep, because then if you were asleep, I would have known it was late.
Yeah.
So, like, then I didn't, like, sit up or anything like that. I just kind of looked, and then anything I did, I wouldn't, like, get up to change the episode. All I do is click the little thing on the bottom.
So, anyway.
Or, no, it was on my computer, so I, like, just literally tapped next episode.
So, anyway, I conked out. I don't normally move when I sleep. Like, I'm just a dead weight. Unless I'm in my bed, personally, then I, like, flip. I'm a pancake. But I try and, like, cocoon myself so I don't move very much. So I had my face against the sofa cushions, and then I, like, kind of, like, came to, because I had a crick in my neck, I think, so I, like, flipped over.
Just one of those.
Yeah. And she was,
You gonna demonstrate for us?
So she's like laying here. I'm like here. She's literally leaned over and looked like staring at me.
That makes me want to vomit.
And
it's
like,
myself.
And I'm dead to the world when I'm sleepy and like when I just wake up.
Yeah.
So I could have a full blown conversation with you, not remember a single thing.
It's happened.
It's happened many times. But I was just in my head. I was like, oh, she's probably pissed that I fell asleep.
When you were snoring or something like that.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh, sorry. And I went back to bed. But not before. It was like a long stare. And then you like laid back down and I was like, good night.
You were like...
I was like, freak.
Yeah, probably.
But in the morning, I was sitting up and I was like, dude, why were you so pissed that I like was like fell asleep or something? And you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, I don't know what
I don't recall any of this.
She was like, I didn't yell at you or anything. And I was like, no, you were, like, staring at me and, like, glaring at me. And she was like, no, I wasn't. And I, like, demonstrated what she was doing. And she was like, I did not do that.
Yeah, 100%. I may have, like, turned over. I rarely fall asleep on my back. I pretty much stay either this side to this side. Yeah. So, like, if anything, I'm on this side, I sit up a little bit and click the next episode. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing 90% of the time. Like, I'll look and see how
we're in different worlds.
She's on her phone, like, I'll click and play the next episode. Back to bed in the next 5 minutes, I'm asloep again. Yeah. Not, like, doing activities or anything like that.
When she's down, she's down. Like, she won't get up.
Like,
but...
No, thank you. I don't want to get up.
I, like, explained it to her, and I was like, you were, like, glaring at me. And we couldn't figure out how long she had been staring at me.
Yeah, that's the creepiest part. How long was I looking at her for? I don't know.
It's because I didn't see you get up. Like, you were full-blown just...
I was in the staring position glaring. When I was...
Then she, like, leaned back, and I was like, okay, good night. Okay, good night. But it was freaky, and I didn't like it, and I was like, please don't stare at me while I sleep. It's not something I like.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, like, she was like, I did no such thing, and I was like, Chief?
Who is that?
I hate to break something to you, but...
I hate to break it to you. Yeah.
You was staring at me, and her eyes were open.
So it's not like...
Yeah, it's not like she was like, well, you could have been sleepwalking.
And it's not, okay, and also, it's not pitch black in my basement, so it's not like, the blanket was staring at her or something like that.
Yes.
I'm a freak, okay? I have to be able to, like, see things everywhere. I sleep with Christmas lights on in my room, and I used to have a TV on at all times. Yeah. But, like, I have it's lit up like it's December in there, okay? Like, it's not dark. It's not dark in there. You could read a book while you're in my room, currently. So, same thing downstairs. We have, like, 3 dimmed lights on. TV on. We have, like, a bar light on. We have, like, I have a lamp post in my basement.
Lantern kind of thing.
And it's on. You can see what's going on at all times.
You can see everything.
Like, you can see it. And plus, we have the laptop screen, like, that would be on 90% of the time. Like, right next to our face because it's on the ottoman. Yeah. So, like, it's not dark. She could clearly see my eyes were open. Like...
I would be like, yeah, I would rule it out as, like, sleepwalking or something like that, which I know you've done before, but I have never seen, like, actual anger like that on a sleeping person.
Honestly, you must have really grinded my gears. Like, and I think I sleptwalked once. My two siblings, my younger sibling and my second oldest sibling, they sleepwalk a lot. They're both Geminis. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but they sleepwalk a lot. I've only sleptwalked once, and I thought I was awake when I did it. So, I was half awake, half asleep. So, is it really sleepwalking if I knew what I was doing? Because I was in my basement, and this is just a dream story. My dream, I was dreaming, I was asleep, right? My mom told me, wash the table. I was like, you got it, Ma. And I thought, so I wake up because my sister's watching TV down there. So I wake up, I'm like half awake, and I'm like, I stand up. My sister's like, what are you doing? Go back to bed. She's like, Mom told me to wash the table. And she's like, what? Go to bed. It's like, I was like, Mom told me to wash the table. And she's like, go to bed. And I just laid back down and went to bed. But in my dream, she was telling me, just go back to bed. And I was like, whatever. Like, and I laid back down. Like, I got back on my sleeping bag and then carried on with my dream. Like, I only stood up for that partial time. Like, and I was still, like, half awake because I was having a conversation. I was like, Mom wants me to wash the table. She's like, go back to bed. And I'm like, I don't know why you want to go back to bed. Mom told me to wash the table. I was trying to go wash the hot tub. Yeah. But, like, I was still, like, I've only slept out one time as I can recall. I slept walking. I don't sit up in my sleep, really. That is the one time I've ever done it, and I think I was literally 8.
I move a lot, and, like, I've never sleptwalked, I've slept-talked before. I used to sleep talk a lot, which is really weird because when I was younger, my mom and my brother would tell me that I was just, like, screaming no the whole night or, like, something like that.
Oh, my God. There's another... Okay.
But
Jackie's
anyway,
getting night terrors.
Yeah.
Like, that's my younger brother. Sorry. I'm probably like, don't mention me. Stupid YouTube channel.
Stupid podcast.
Like... But he used to get night terrors when he was little. He'd just scream at, like, hours. My mom would just have to sit there and be like, shut up! Like,
but, like, sometimes I feel like dreams, like, this one time I was in a hotel room with my sister and my mom because we were visiting my grandpa, and me and my sister were in one bed and my mom was in the other, and I had a dream that my mom wanted her credit card back. For some reason I had it. I was laying down. In my dream, I'm holding it like this. I, like, whip it over over my sister at my mom, and I wake up the next morning and I'm like, did I hit you? Like, to my sister, and she goes, yeah, you full blown just smacked me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But that's like, that I've never, like, gotten up. I've never, like, I know that I wasn't sleep imagining it either because it was real. Yeah. Because I like, it was the same, like, episode we were watching. It was, like, everything was the same. I felt you, like, moving and stuff. I was like, there is no way that I am not awake.
And it's not like you registered it at the time, either.
It was just,
like, freak out at the time.
Yeah.
You were kind of, like...
I didn't freak out. I definitely didn't. I
was
was just,
later
like...
that day.
Scared. To say the least.
To say the least, yeah. Shitting our pants would be the correct term to use here.
I just find it hilarious that, like, at the time I was just like, sorry.
Yeah,
you like, literally could have murdered me in my sleep, and I probably would have just been like...
See, my sister's a big sleepwalker. She's literally almost murdered somebody in her sleep
I know, you
twice.
Told me that.
She's, like, full out pillow choked, like, where's the violin? Like, nonsense, screaming nonsense, trying to, like, strangle someone with a pillow, and has been, like, kicked and thrown off because they're like, wake up, you're trying to kill my ass. Like, that sort of thing. She's a big sleepwalker. I'm not. My other sister's not. My younger brother is a little bit, not terrible. Alright, this could be a whole other podcast of things my sister's done while sleepwalking, because the list doesn't end there, people. It's got, like, it's wild. She's woken up standing in her shower, like, and just been like, eh. And she, like, went to go get out and bolt the shower curtain down, like, just like, and we just, like, when I was little, our rooms were next to each other. My brother and I shared a room, and my two sisters shared a room. Made sense that way. But I sometimes just randomly wake up to her yelling nonsense. Grandma! Like, shut up. You sit up and you're like, oh, it's just Alyssa. And Amy would be like, gah, go to bed! Giving away the names now. It's only episode 2 and I already let him sit. But,
yeah. I mean, I feel like the only time that I really, like, actually move a lot when I smack my sister and stuff was kind of when I was, like, kind of awake, too.
Yeah.
I was, like, almost awake, and my body was, like, react. It's kind of like that, like, it's kind of like that thing where, like, you're going to take a nap or something, and you get that, like, you're falling, and then you, like, spaz out and you wake up. It's kind of like that. It's, like, where you really feel it.
Yeah.
And your whole body's just, like, react.
It's weird between, like, what's sleep in your head and what can paranormal do.
Yeah.
Like,
your brain, pretty whack.
Pretty whack. I don't know, because, like, I want to know what if they were to track someone who has been experiencing stuff. Because I always ask, like, do you dream about this stuff? That's, like, one of the things they ask all the time when they have people, like, do you dream about this place when you're not there? And they're like, yeah, I dream about it all the time. I wonder what's going on. Like, I want somebody to, like, be hooked up to a machine. I mean, like, what's being affected? Like, is this normal electric waves that's happening if you were to go sleep somewhere else? Like, did I just mess up all of my hair? Great.
But also, like, I feel like I definitely couldn't imagine that whole scene. Because if you know anything about me, and if you have ever been my friend, you know that I have these whack dreams. My dreams...
This was too normal for her to dream.
My dreams are on crack. And, like, on, like, heroin. Every hard drug you can think of, they're on it. Like,
Crystal meth.
Yeah, so it was just too normal.
Too normal to be a dream.
That's
how we know. But
because my brain can't remember that much.
Yeah.
My brain can make up things, can't recreate things.
I don't know.
Like last night was a weird dream. I had a weird dream. It was about Barney being a mobster and a human. He was after me.
We'll get you a list of weird dreams, we promise. It's pretty entertaining. We'll
I could
you a
write
little
down,
storybook, and then we'll read it to you.
Yep.
Bedtime stories about terrifying nightmares we've had.
They're, like, not scary at the moment, but then I think back to them, and I'm like, that would give 5-year-old me
hepatitis.
A dirty diaper.
Shit, man.
Hepatitis.
I don't know, that was the first fill in the blank sentence. We're playing Mad Libs now. What are we... Oh, okay, well, we went dream kind of paranormal stuff.
There's also, there's also things that, like her brother has happened to him. Like,
weird,
he had...
Weird...
What did he have? It was some weird...
Each sibling has different experience. Like, I feel things, my sister's seen things, my other sister's seen physical things happen. A lot of stories from when we were little, and I'm like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together ever. I was like, oh, weird things happen.
I'm
I
good
see
at
my
that.
siblings
I'm good
playing
at putting
tricks
2
on
and
me.
2 things
Like,
together.
I'm not. Like, I just
That's
realized.
why we make such a great team.
Like, I just realized that I was the creepy child that would tell ghost stories on the bus,
really
and everybody would gather around to listen. I could talk about weird shit. Like I'd get all the toddlers coming over, and I'd be like, listen, I saw a man last night with a hat on.
We're an hour.
Like,
I feel like this one will definitely be a little longer,
okay,
though.
Maybe
because
it's
our
feel like
favorite
it's
topic.
Been an hour, yeah. We're probably going to do a part 2 at some point about this, because
you
we
guys
got so
want
much
it.
more.
Yeah.
Okay, for that one, we'll get more into the personal stories and stuff, because I have books of...
Oh, I could tell you stuff that,
books.
my parents... I could tell you things about my family. Like,
Yeah.
I just did something, like, secondhand from my siblings, like, in my house.
Yeah.
Right now. But I have stories that my parents have told me. I have stories from, like, my other... We have a lot.
Yeah, I got a lot. I got...
If you guys want to hear more, let us know. But we're probably going to do an episode anyway, so...
Yeah. We don't care what you want. We're going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Because we like this. And hopefully you tell us your stuff, too, and... Like,
we
so
really want to hear your stories.
Tell us about
Also, make us shit our pantses.
Yeah, pants.
But also, I'm going to read it in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going to read it not at night, when it is currently. Leave us your stories, leave us your theories, leave us what you are.
What you are? What are you?
What are you?
Are you a human?
Well, that's what kind of
Are you a dancer?
Stop it. It's not a category of...
No, have you heard that? It's a song. Said. Let me know if you know that reference.
Let me tell you something. Everybody's got different stuff in my house, and the only thing that's ever happened physical is to my younger brother. He's had scratches on him, like that sort of thing.
What was it? I don't know what it's called. The nail thing. Where you couldn't
this is how we justify it. This is weird. Should I be sharing this information? Okay, he had just something that, like, he didn't grow nails. Like, he's got boy nails. So they're not long. And he had something where they were extra short, so, like, he couldn't scratch you if he tried. So, like...
It's basically just like giving a massage.
Basically. So, like, he didn't have nails to scratch with, so, like, that's not a thing. Did you fall asleep with a pencil in your bed? No, you weirdo. These are, like,
these are literally
scratches. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how we got them, but, like, he would get them in phases where he would go through, like, he'd get gashes.
Yeah,
like,
to the point where he was, like, bleeding and
stuff.
stuff.
He would, like, bleed. We're like, we don't know, buddy. We don't know.
Scary.
Yeah. So, like, that sort of thing. Nothing's too terrible in my house. I don't know. We haven't had one of those phases in a while.
It's just kind of a lot of whack things.
You know, weird stuff passes through my house sometimes. I'm gonna go to bed tonight and be like, listen, y'all, I had the weirdest night. There was this man. There's always a man.
But we can get into more detail in, like, the next, or whenever
about
the
our
next
personal
episode.
experiences. We kind of tried to stay with the secondhand stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, my personal experiences
are
kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more of those things.
She's more feeling it.
I saw the action of it.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the staring.
I saw the
staring happen, okay? I saw them staring,
yeah.
but they weren't there. Like, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that.
But we'll definitely get into more detail the next time we do an episode like this. Yeah, but for right now, it is almost midnight.
I have to drive her to her house and then drive back by myself, which no thank you, okay? No, you can walk.
She has work tomorrow. I have plans.
Like, I do things too, but no.
I have a life.
I'm excited. That was fun. That was good.
This was a fun episode. I really liked it. I think
it went by really fast because we dug.
We also completely forgot the cameras there. We were just, like, telling
we're like,
pretty much. We're like,
we cap. I try.
We tell these stories to each other constantly. Like, we know these stories by heart.
Like,
but we're still like,
tell it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, but we really enjoy this topic. We want to know what your experiences are, what your opinions are. We love it. Go off, sis.
Go off on us.
We want to
tell us. That's half the reason why I want to do it. So like, it's give me your information.
We want to learn more.
I want to put you on the spotlight. Give me it. So
maybe we'll do shout outs. Who knows?
Maybe if we get people that like us.
Please.
But there's like a mort going on outside. It sounds like airships are moving or something. Hello?
We're getting attacked. Fun fact. This might be our last episode.
Episode 2, the final episode.
Yeah, I think...
Time to figure out how to edit on a computer. I don't know.
We're winging it.
We're sorry, we're terrible at this.
We're gonna try our best. Well, maybe we'll get better.
Okay.
We'll get better equipment. But, for now, we'll figure out a sign-off at some point.
Yeah, it's fine. I've noticed a lot of that. Well, back to that old YouTube thing, like, people didn't have sign-offs and sign-ons, like...
But I like
But
sign-offs.
they build those. Build those. We gotta build our personality first.
Make an inside joke that we can use as a sign-on and sign-off.
It's just like the whole camper flaps and it like, tip you later. No, I hate that. I hate that. We get
tip you later.
Absolutely not. I'm banning that from ever happening again. Don't. Maybe just have a good evening. Wish me luck that everything.
Wish us luck that we can sleep tonight.
Yeah, that I don't shit my pants simultaneously as I'm crying. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch like a really nice like kids
cat video is what I need.
Disney
right now.
movie before I go to bed.
Oh no. That's what I need.
I'm gonna watch Hercules.
Aladdin lady. I have watched the animated.
Okay, I think we're gonna go because we're both.
I keep yawning if you didn't notice.
I know we're both really tired.
I should be too.
Maybe the next episode we do will not be at midnight.
Oh!
But it probably will be.
Maybe. Maybe we'll have, like, natural light in here.
Yeah, maybe we'll have
Maybe,
better lighting.
We're not opening any windows, but, like, you'll never know what's back here.
It's dark.
You'll never know. Never ever
just
know.
pitch black, basically.
The void.
It's a void.
The void. You'll never know. Okay.
Okay.
I know, we can hint. Maybe we can hint at what we want. It's something... we're gonna be doing something. No, you don't even know. We're gonna be doing something, like, in front of us. Like, we're gonna be trying something a little bit different.
I'm along with you guys. I don't know what's going on either.
Literally, we were there at the same time when we got them. It's garage sale. But,
you're gonna love it, I hope. We're gonna love it.
It's something new that we haven't tried, and it's one of those kind of more on the spiritual side of things, but it's a different view of things.
A different
and we can kind of maybe discuss some... It's got to do with Native American stuff, so maybe we can discuss
Please don't get offended if we say something wrong. Correct us.
Yeah, correct us, because we don't
want to be offensive.
It's gonna be something we lay out and
we
kind
of.
We've read the book that goes along with it, so we're
not trying to offend anyone. We're just trying to do something that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, interesting. We
want to try new things.
We'll try it. And so you'll have to tune in to see what we're gonna do with that. Maybe we'll like listen to some scary Native American stories. We can talk about how what we've heard. Skinwalkers, scary. I don't like that. I hate those
skinwalkers.
It'll make me want to vom.
But I gotta go home.
But yeah, so
we gotta go to bed.
Something like that. I keep doing this.
If you're watching this at night, have a good night. If you're watching this in the morning, good morning.
Yeah. Lucky you.
If this is afternoon, go eat something.
That's a good tip. Okay.
That should be our sign off. All right.
Go eat something.
Go eat something. Bye.
Bye. I love this part because nobody will ever see it.
I love it.